Welcome back to another episode of the Trainer Gallery podcast. And today we have none other than Pokemon Revolution cards. How you doing, Mr. Rev?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. That's what they call my dad. You can just call me Rev.
Bert, what happened to your crazy intro?
Yeah.
He's buckling under pressure.
Yes.
I had ChatGPT write me up in an insane way to intro you, but then I thought it was too much.
You cut it, bro. Start it over. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, but seriously, man, thanks so much for coming on the podcast. It's dude, you're like the biggest in the whole game of Pokemon, and all of us are obviously striving to do exactly what you do. So this is super freaking cool.
I appreciate it, man. I'm really happy to be here. I've just been honestly sitting here waiting for you to invite me to the podcast. I'm not gonna lie. Like, got Ryan on. I'm like, oh, that's fine, man. I get it. All right, I'm good now. No, I appreciate you having me on.
Dude, I don't know if you saw this, but I actually said this was in like our first or second podcast ever, and we were talking about like dream guests to have on this podcast. Like, you are genuinely who I named as like the number one person I want to get on here one day. Never thought it'd be this early on. It's freaking amazing.
Like I said, man, I'm happy to be here. I'm just here to have fun. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. So just, I'm here for it, baby. I'm here for it.
Like it. Nice.
So
All right.
I have a question. Okay. Why are you manipulating Fusion Strike? Why?
Dude, I heard about that. Some guy named PokeRev did a video and like this drama.
Crazy.
You know what's funny? I was holding back on doing any Sword and Shield content whatsoever because I was like, I don't want it to look like that, but I want to open up some freaking Fusion Strike. I want to open up some of these Sword and Shield sets. So I did the Fusion Strike one, and I actually didn't even hear about that at all until I watched Bert's video, and I saw you mentioned it about like the whole thing and it going out. I didn't even realize there was anything going on, and I watched like, oh, some people are saying that what's going on with Fusion Strike after the video, but I like, look, in all honesty, like what I've been saying before and now, it's like I've been making content for whatever, I guess almost 6 years now, I think it is, and like the low times, the high times, everything in between. Like when I was talking about Scarlet Violet Base and like Obsidian Flames, that stuff was still at like under MSRP for like the longest time. That stuff is still sitting at distro. That stuff was sitting everywhere on the store shelves and everything. But then like as soon as things started getting crazy, like then it's like, oh man, Rev, I think you're making the prices go up by doing a video. But it's like, I did like 15 videos on Scarlet and Violet sets, and nobody wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
How often do you get?
There is like some sort of amount that it definitely has to have at least some sort of impact on the market, but I don't think it's anywhere near what some people might think.
Yeah. How often do you get accusations like that?
Oh, just scroll through my comment section.
Yo, I've seen you lately in the comment sections a little bit commenting back. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun. Listen, I don't know. I would say over the last probably 3 weeks or so, I've just been kind of like sitting back and trying to really think like, why am I here for like, well, why am I here? Why am I here for like Pokemon card content? Why am I in this hobby? And I don't know. I did a lot of thinking. I did a lot of like just really sitting and thinking to myself. And it's just, I don't know. I just, one day recently, I just kind of woke up and I was like, man, like this is about having fun. This is about giving back to the community when you can. Like that's where I started, was like from day one. I was like, I want to be able to like build up this community and be able to give back as much as I can to the community, and at the same time have fun, do the break. Like that's what my channel has always been. And I'm not gonna lie, over the last probably like year and a half, I started getting really bogged down in the trauma, in the controversies, in all the stuff that's kind of been going on with the hobby, all the negative stuff. And I really started letting it get to me to the point where it was really affecting how I was like in my videos, how I was in my day-to-day even, really. And it got to the point where after so long, I was like, this is not like healthy, number one, but number two, like I'm not having fun anymore. Like I'll admit, like I was just not having fun anymore. And a lot of people could probably tell in the videos that I just kind of wasn't myself anymore. I mean, I was going through like a bunch of other personal things as well, but at the same time, everything kind of just all came together at once. And I kind of just almost was at the point where I was just going to like explode. Like, but I just kind of took a step back and now I'm having so much fun with it. I've been having so fun with the intros. I've been just I don't know. I'm like, look, I'm going to talk about everything that's going on in my own way. And I'm going to have like my own sort of spin on it and have fun while I'm talking about these things. And at the same time, yeah, it sucks. Like MSRP is like gone and all these things are happening. But like, if you can't laugh, if you can't at least have fun and sit back and just still have some sort of fun in this hobby, then what are you even here for? Like it just to have all these like negative sort of things every single day. Like that's not what I made in this hobby for. So I've been having fun again. I've been in the comments. I've been going back and forth with people. I've been like, you know what I mean? Anybody wants to say anything, like I'm in there. Like it's just been fun for me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Do you feel like an insane amount of pressure, like from the daily uploading? So let's say, like, I'm happy to hear like it's a good time right now, but when it wasn't that good time, are you like, man, I just really don't want to upload a video today?
100%. Yeah, I was getting to that. I was probably past that point, and it was almost at a point where I was just making content just to make content. You know what I mean? And it was the pressure of like, okay, I'm making whatever 6 videos a week and I got to get a video out. I got to figure something out to do. And I was definitely losing, I feel like my sort of like PokeRev like spin and style to everything. And the fun part of it was kind of like just getting sucked dry. And I really didn't like that. So one of the things I actually did do, but I haven't really announced it yet to anybody, was I have been cutting back on videos. And I'm cut back all the way to 4 videos a week at this point, coming from 7 videos a week, basically. But ever since I started kind of getting back into having fun again and stuff like that, I've cut back to 4 videos. And I mean, like, that's kind of where I'm feeling pretty good right now is 4. It's not like super overwhelming. I could still come up with really fun videos and have fun with it but not getting like super overwhelmed with everything. And I'm not going to say like, oh, this is like such a tough job, I have to open Pokemon cards, gosh, like it's so, but you know, it to a video from start to finish is probably a 4 to 5 hour process for me. And if I'm doing that every day, that's 4 to 5 hours every single day, on top of everything else that I'm trying to balance in my life, my family life and everything like that. Yeah. But I mean, I do everything besides the editing. Shout out to Axie for holding it down on the edits. He does a phenomenal job, and we've actually been working together on the new content to make it even better and just more fun. And he's been throwing in all the fun memes and everything like that to just kind of, I don't know, just to have fun with it and switch it up, because at the end of the day, I feel like even he, I can't really speak for him, but I think even he was probably getting bored with the same sort of like thing that we've been doing. And now we've been having so much fun with it. Every day I'm like, oh, let's do this. Let's take a jab at GameStop. Like, I think in today's video, we just uploaded, I was like, yo, like GameStop is just like, I don't know what is happening with GameStop with their Destined Rivals boxes being like $200. And I was like, oh, it's too easy. I'm just going to take a jab at them just for fun. But because like, I'm not affiliated with anybody, like I always tell people I try to give my honest opinion for every single thing. And I mean, you know, that's just how I am. Like I could easily work with the company, and if they do some crazy stuff, be like, oh, you know, try to like, you know, obviously side with them, because if you're working with them, I would think that would probably be what they would want you to do. But I don't really work with anybody, so I'm like, yeah, I'll call it how it is with everybody here and there. So but yeah, 4 videos a week has been fun. It's been pretty good.
Do you oops. Like with this GameStop video, for example, though, putting this one out, but like just in retrospect with any video, do you ever get nervous uploading knowing that like 100,000 plus people are going to be watching that?
Yeah, I do, because I always, and that's part of what was bogging me down before, was like, oh, I have to watch every single thing I say. Like if I say one thing, somebody's going to make like 15 drama videos on me. But now I'm like, I don't really care. Like it doesn't really, like I'm still gonna wake up and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like I'm good. Like I'm confident in what I say and my values and what I stand for and everything like that. So if I'm confident with that, and I know who I am and you know what I stand for, so it doesn't really bother me, because everybody can have their own opinion, and that's totally cool. Like you're valid to have your own opinion on every single thing, and I think that's awesome. But at the same time, I'm not going to let what somebody else thinks about me stop me from how I want to be in my own life and even on video. And I've kind of, I don't know, like I said, like over the last month or something like that, I've kind of just realized that, and I'm just sitting back and I'm just having fun with it. It's like, yeah, this sucks, man. This booster box is $400. Let's just open it up and see what happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is now. I'm still going to have fun with it. And I know a lot of people do appreciate that now. They can actually sit back and watch some videos, and, you know, whatever's going on in somebody's life, if they're able to watch a video, maybe not daily anymore, but, you know, at least 4 or 5 times a day, and kind of hang out with me, and whether you can open packs or you can watch me open packs, and, you know, hang out with other people in the community and be like, yeah, this kind of sucks. Like, you know, what's happening with the hobby right now, but, you know, we could still have fun, and, you know, however we can. So.
Yeah. So when you were talking about how you were feeling burnt out and you were able to find the fun in the hobby again, was there anybody else or anything else that helped you keep going?
Yeah. You know, I think really having really good friends in this hobby is really, really important. I've made so many good friends over the years in this hobby. Obviously, Ryan being my best friend, Sean, PokeVault, Nick, like I've made so many people that I'm friends with that are always kind of, you know, we push each other, and to not like give in, and to not to just stop doing what you love, because things happen in life, dude. Like, things happen, and you either get back up or you just keep spiraling down, and then that's it. And then that's it ends there. But you got to just kind of keep going and work through everything. And I feel like, you know, at the same time, the community and everything that we have that we've built up, I also do it for them too, because it's like, if they see me sort of like spiraling down into like, you know, all these being negative and whatever, it just kind of like, I don't like to have this like aura of like negativity, because it spreads to other people around me, and it spreads to the people that watch my videos. So I don't want somebody to watch my video and feel terrible and be like, oh man, like this sucks, like the hobby sucks and stuff like that. And I still want to, you know, there's still positives. There's still Pokemon's still crushing it. You know what I mean? Like yeah, scalpers are taking over like crazy. Yeah, there's no product on the shelves anymore. Yeah, like all this crazy stuff's going on right now, but it's not over. You know, it's just part of the story. So
this one's like a little bit, I guess, just asking of all the things that come with YouTube, but like everybody sees you now. Like now today you're getting 100,000 plus views, but obviously like not everybody starts there. So what was Rev like at the very beginning? Like what's your mindset going into creating this channel, and like how fast did it take for everything to pick up?
So, you know, in the beginning, I was just chill, man. I was just collecting, opening boxes, like having fun. Like I wasn't filming anything for the first 5 years of doing content. I was just learning as much as I could about the hobby, just engaging with all of the different communities, like Instagram, E4, the forums, like all that stuff. I was like just diving in, like just having so much fun with it, learning about the history of Pokemon and everything like that. And there was always something in the back of my mind where I was like, man, it'd be really cool to just like get on camera and I don't know, just open packs and just like, there wasn't even really like, it wasn't really even a thing when I started. There was like a couple people. It was probably like Primetime Pokemon. I'm talking like 10 years ago. Maybe like Super Duper Danny, Real Big Nick. Yeah, like, yeah. Like there was like 3 people probably. Yeah. And then when I got into it, there was maybe like 8 people or something like that. Yeah. So, you know, there was, I hate to say like competition, but there was way less people doing that sort of thing. But when I started, I just did it for fun, dude. I just sat down, popped my phone up. I didn't have a phone. I didn't even have like a stand or a mic or anything. I just threw it up on like a little box or something. And I just put it on like the camera screen facing me, like the front camera thing. And I just was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm really nervous. Like, so nervous. I was always so nervous. I've always been
really
a person. Oh, dude. I was always super shy person. People like think like, oh, Rev, you were probably like the jock in high school, like getting touchdowns and stuff. I'm like, no, dude. I was like, I had a skateboard and like 3 close friends, and we just like, yeah. I don't know. Like, I was always just a shy dude. And like, so getting on camera for me was like just so terrifying. But I just hit record, and I just was like, hey guys, Pokemon Revolution here. And like, you know what I mean? Like I just didn't know how to do it. And but I was like, you know what? If you want something in life, you gotta start somewhere, and that's where I started. And every day I just changed a little something. I was like, oh, today I'm gonna get like a little stand for my phone. Oh, maybe I'll get like a microphone. Oh, maybe I'll get some lights, and like and then I had to like tweak the lights and do this, and then I need like a better camera for opening packs, blah blah blah. So, but I did start off just talking about Pokemon cards. I wasn't really opening Pokemon cards. I was talking about sort of like the history of things and really cool products and all this stuff like in that. And then one day I think I was like, I want to open up some packs. Like I think that'd be fun. And I opened packs up, and I will say that I did start gaining momentum pretty quickly because I did have like a following on Instagram, like I said, since I've built up for the 10 or the 5 years prior to that of people that I knew in the community. And it was a lot smaller back then. And sort of those people supported me, like the super OG people that followed me on Instagram from back in the day when I was just having fun and just, you know, doing my thing. And it started moving pretty quickly. I remember TCA Gaming, who was Charizard Authority back then, before I think he had to change his name because of opening a card shop and couldn't have Charizard in the name because of trademark and stuff like that. And like he shouted me out in his video, and then like one thing led to another, and I don't know, just the whole PokeRev thing started, and I just got more and more confident, and I don't know, man. I just have this like thing, and it's like this drive where I'm just like, I just have like this determination with things, like when I'm like, I want to do this and nothing's going to stop me type mentality, which I don't know how I got that before, because I'd never really did anything like this. And I was like, nothing's going to stop me. Like, I'm going to do this, and I want to do this. And it just kept going and going. And then I got into the live streaming thing, and that was like a game changer. I mean, that was like, that was like, nobody was like, you know, like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but dude, like nobody did live streaming before. Like that was a brand new thing, dude. And it was wild because I was like, this is like the craziest thing ever. Like we're opening like a jungle box today. We're opening a fossil box today. I mean, if you look back at the prices on the packs too, it were like cheap, like $60 for a jungle pack. And people were still complaining back then. People were still complaining. They were like, these are $50. Rev's charging $60 for a jungle pack.
Was there like
real?
One
like,
single?
Well, it takes me time to ship it and open it and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, it turned into that, and I haven't done a vintage break in over a year now, I think, and it's just scary to even try. Like if I were to open a first edition rocket box or something, I was talking about it in a video recently. I don't even know like what a pack price would be for that, so I haven't touched it because I don't know. It's just gotten so crazy.
Yeah. Was there like a singular, like a oh shit moment where you're like you go from, all right, we're picking up some steam on this YouTube thing to like, okay, this is about to become reality of like, hey, I could really do this moving forward. Like, is there like one moment that really set it off?
There's always one moment when you're trying to, or at least I feel like that because I've had other moments in my life. You get this one moment, and it's like, it's surreal, and you just see everything. It's so crazy to say that, but like, it's just one thing happens, and for me, and I'll see it. I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do, and this is gonna happen, and nothing will stop me. And it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird like that, but I'll get it. And I don't know the exact moment, but it was pretty early on. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty early on because I could kind of see what was happening. But there were plenty of times when I was sitting there like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know like what I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work anymore. Like there were definitely times when I doubted myself, but I always just stayed on track, and I was like, I just have to keep going. And and you figure it out eventually. Like if you just have to be so determined, and just you just relentless. You have to be relentless. Like you cannot stop. You cannot let people take you down. You cannot let those negative emotions take over. You just have to, even if you're stuck for like weeks or months, it just takes one little thing. I always tell people, it just takes this one little idea, one little spark, and that spark can turn into like everything else. And you just got to keep going until you get that little spark that ignites the whole thing. Not the Pokemon cards, hopefully, but you know.
do you have any do you have any advice for people who are just starting out? Because like I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, and then I was kind of the same. Like I'm super shy, and I like did not want to put myself in front of a camera. And I was like thinking about starting a channel. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start one eventually. And then I feel like when I was thinking that, it was like not gonna happen. But then after Card Party, Nathaniel was like, no, you just got to start one, and that was the spark. So I just started it.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, it's one thing I will say that's the most important out of anything is you need to you got to carve out your own niche, which is kind of your own niche, right? Like you got to have your own thing because, you know, plenty of people can copy and paste stuff, but if you don't put your own spin on it, if you don't add your own sort of like flavor, your own style, your own idea to it, usually you need something like you just need something new. And I think like I'll just tell you from my experience, I had to continuously try to come up with something new because, you know, after you do something so much, then everybody else jumps in on that sort of like idea and style, and then you have to pivot. Like, right. I mean, bro, everybody had cloud and sun and landscape backgrounds for their for their thumbnails like, for like a year straight. Like, I'm not gonna say I came out with yeah, everybody did, and it's totally cool because I mean, it just makes me feel like okay, like I'm doing something right that's working, and you know, people are basing sort of some of their ideas off of what I do, and I think that's totally fine. That's totally cool, and I hope it works for other people too. But once so many people start doing the same thing, and it's just like, oh, here's another dude with like holding a box with like clouds in the background. Here's another dude holding a box with like clouds in the background, or whatever, you know, whatever the idea or thing is. I'm not saying that I came up with it, but it just sort of was like one thing in Pokemon that just took over, one little thing. So you got to pivot, and you have to sit there, and you get stuck. You'll get stuck, and I've gotten stuck plenty of times. Like I just said, I was stuck for a year until over the last like month or so when I started like just kind of everything just started working again. And sometimes you get stuck for a long time, but you just have to be, you know, just relentless, like I said earlier, and just figure it out. Even you got to sit there. I literally tell people, I'm like, dude, get out a pencil and a piece of paper, man, and just sit there. And just if you got to sit in the outside, if you got to sit in the dark room, whatever is your thing, you got to put some Pokemon music on and like have a dance party, like whatever you got to do, like to get some ideas. Just sit there and just think and try to think how, you know, how you could bring value to other people that are watching content. Like, why is somebody going to watch your content? Is it because they're going to learn something about Pokemon cards? Is it because they're going to be entertained? Is it because they're going to watch like a packs get open to learn something, find out about the news? Like I'll be watching Vert's news videos because they're like super interesting. Like you going over all the different things that are happening in the hobby and stuff like that. It's cool. And then you have like your spin on it, like what your opinion is on it, and people appreciate your opinion. People might not agree with every single thing that every person says, but it's like you can respect that you're being honest and yeah. So that's kind of just the things that I would tell you if I had to give you some advice on, you know, content.
Are we gonna see a pivot to Labubu Revolution?
I know Ryan's doing a big stream on Saturday, opening them up. So.
I got one.
Yeah, you got one.
my first Labubu.
I'm gonna put it this way. I don't know, you know, if it's Labubu that's gonna be like this thing that keeps continuing forever, but I will say this whole thing with like these sort of like collectible creatures or figures and stuff like that with a chase built into it, with it's like this weird like perfect storm. I feel like that's going to take over collectibles, and I feel like it's going to be really really big because I see them doing, I don't know like what's official license and what's not, but I see like SpongeBob, I see like you know the whatever, like the Golden Spatula or something, say is like a 1 in 100 and some chase, and then you have like once they put that chase into these things, like it just brings it to a whole nother level because people will, like, you know, we've seen in Pokemon cards, people will open up all these packs to get this chase thing, And now they're doing it with all these different collectibles, and like there's Disney ones, there's like everything. Like, so I think it's going to be really big. I don't know whether it's going to be Labubu or not, but I might do a video for fun, but I'm not like super like serious into it. I think it's just a fun little thing to like switch up for me from the daily Pokemon card thing. And, you know,
Right.
I don't think I'm going to base like a whole new channel on it. Maybe I'll do like a video for fun, but outside of that, probably not. But I could see Pokemon. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like Pokemon doing something like that with, I don't know. I just think it has potential in all different categories. So
That'd be cool if they kind of like built in like shiny versions of the Pokemon. So you just order like the regular Pokemon like plushie or whatever, and then like you have the chance at getting a shiny. That'd be pretty cool.
they'd be so hard to get. Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Make it the old shiny odds.
But yeah, seriously, if it was like that, like you said, with shinies and they had a chase and there were plushes or whatever, people would lose their minds. Pokemon has the world in their hands. It's wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about with all this YouTube stuff and all the views that come with it? Do you ever just like, I don't know, whether you go to the grocery store or whether it's an actual Pokemon related event, like, is there ever a time where it's like you want to be Nick rather than PokeRev? Like, do you just get noticed so much that it's like, I just want to be like regular today?
I mean, I'm not like Britney Spears famous.
Well, especially like if you go to a Pokemon event,
I don't even
like,
consider myself famous, which is the funny. I mean, like I just consider myself a normal, just like I don't know, like yeah, I have subscribers, but I don't really get recognized that often, and which is cool with me because like then I can do my thing and not have to worry about it as much. I mean, you know, I have a family and we go out and we do things and stuff. I'll get recognized, like, you know, maybe. Oh no! Oh, sorry. I just had a thing pop up on my screen. I thought I lost you guys for a second. I'll get recognized. You know, like, you know, maybe once every other day. If I go to a Pokemon thing, then yeah, then everybody's gonna know me there for the most part. But in the day to day, it's not too bad. Unless I go to a big event and there's like a lot of people, then yeah, I'll probably get recognized a handful of times. But yeah, I mean, the good thing with this is I can still be Nick and I can still kind of just be myself and not have to worry about it too much. So yeah, it's not too big of a deal for me.
Have you ever had? Go ahead, Missy. Sorry.
Was Card Party the first Card Party the first time you had that many fans in one place?
Yeah, the first Card Party, that was the craziest thing, like crazy experience for me ever. And you know, even like I know like Ryan said the same thing, Sean. It was like we didn't know what to expect, and I because I you know before Card Party Card Party 1 was it 2 years ago, I guess, or something like that, or yes, something like that. I you know, I didn't really do any. I did one. I did the Leonhardt pop-up thing, but there weren't really like conventions going on yet. Like they were just starting, like, you know, right after COVID, they started having all these conventions that they were starting to get in the works, like Collecticon. They didn't have any around me, and I wasn't traveling much, so I really hadn't really done anything like that. And yeah, it was such a crazy humbling experience that I did not expect, because I didn't know what to expect. I never did anything really like that, and it was a lot of fun though. It was a lot of fun meeting.
You had people out the door lined up.
I couldn't believe it. I was like,
I was
I don't know. I remember I met you. Dude. Yeah. Oh wait, actually no, I didn't see you at CP1. It was CP1.
Oh,
sure.
I think you were the only person like I didn't get to say what's up to, probably because I was really nervous.
Was that your green hair days?
Oh,
it was like a week after the green hair.
It was a week after the green hair.
We love the green hair.
That time.
Bring it back. Well, just on the tips.
The green tips.
Green hair and about 70 pounds heavier is how you would have seen me.
Well, you know what? You're looking good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, speaking of, what is I mean, you're obviously into fitness and stuff, right? Like, what's your fitness routine just outside like the whole world of Pokemon?
Yeah, I pretty much go to the gym every day, or at least like 6 times a week.
Yeah,
yeah, baby. Yeah, man. I don't know. I was on this crazy cut too, like for like a while there, and I was just like, trying to get like a 6-pack, and I was like, dude, this is not for me. Like, I was just like skin and bones, and I was like, bro, I'm done with this thing. I need to eat something. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, it's cool to have a 6-pack, but I'm like, man, that's crazy. I much respect the people that are able to maintain a 6-pack year round, or even just at all. It is the craziest, toughest thing ever. I never want to do that again. I just like to lift weight, and you know what I mean, just stay in shape as best I can, and yeah, it's just a part of my
favorite
life.
lift.
What's your hype song?
My hype song,
Kesha,
maybe a little Travis Scott or something. I don't know, like
Nice.
Wow, I was not expecting that. No.
Yeah, I listen to all kinds of stuff, like everything.
Do you listen to
Anything that picks me up.
any Lil Uzi Vert by chance?
Oh god.
Yeah, bro, he's a bird, bro.
Oh,
Come on!
I'll share the playlist with you, bro. Don't worry, we
Nice.
get a workout in at some point.
you listen to
My
any
favorite
Drippy?
lift is probably bench press. Like that's my.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you. Elliot doesn't bench press, by the way.
No, I started now. He gives me a lot of shit because I do dumbbells because I messed up my shoulder, and now to prove him wrong, I'm doing barbell bench again, and I'm hurting my shoulders. But I just need to prove him wrong. So
No, it's not worth proving anybody wrong and hurt yourself. Trust me, I've been there. It's not worth it because then you get the injury, and sometimes they stick around for a long time. But yeah, I would just do whatever feels good for you, because at the end of the day, like you could do all these movement. Like when I was lifting, I was doing like squats, right? Like with the bar, and like for whatever reason, they just don't work with my body, and I would always hurt myself. And it took me a long time to finally be like, I'm not doing those anymore because I'm just gonna keep hurting myself.
right.
So don't kill me, yo. I have to get a camera battery. I don't know what happened.
No, you're good, man. Take your time.
I'll be right back. So what is your max bench press, Mr. Rev?
Oh, I don't know anymore because when I lost all that weight and I'm on my cut, that it tanks. But I mean, at my peak before I started all that, it was 335. Which,
Nice.
335.
Yeah, and I was repping it, and like
That's
I don't
awesome.
think I'm anywhere near that now, so I won't. That doesn't count. I haven't tried to max out in a long time, so I'm gonna try to get back to that though. You know,
That's
That'd
insane.
be sweet. Yeah, big numbers there.
and a lot of years. That's the only way.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's just same thing. Consistency. Got to eat a lot.
It's crazy how if you like take a week off, like you just lose it so quick.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy.
And yeah.
I had I'm back to working out. I hit 2 plates for 2 reps at 163 pounds.
Oh, solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good for that weight. Oh, you're only about 163 pounds?
Yeah, I lost a lot recently.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely look like you did. You look good. But yeah, that's 225 for at 160-ish pounds is crazy good.
Nice. We'll take it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
got to start eating for gains now.
Yeah. I want to drop maybe to like around 157, 158, and then try to like maintain there.
Yeah, I stopped at around 160 and I couldn't do it anymore. I was just like completely gassed.
Yeah. It's like I think though I don't know. I guess it's like looking back at myself when I was heavier set. I am kind of falling in love with like like it feels good to look in the mirror for once. And so now it's like this new addiction of I want to lose some more weight. I want to be like super cut up and stuff.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I know how you feel. I know exactly.
What?
No, it is crazy because like I was bulking for track because I throw jabs, so I was like I just want to mass his gas, just want to throw farther. And I was like, I know what's going to happen. I don't know I'm not going to look good. And then it's like you start putting it on, and you're like, uh-oh, what am I doing? Now I'm cutting. I'm like, finally, I can look at myself again.
Yeah, dude, it's tough.
Yeah.
So outside the world of Pokemon and YouTube, what does your like day-to-day look like? Like, what do you really enjoy doing when you're not doing work stuff?
I mean, 2 things that I really love and enjoy is family time. Because I've realized that you don't have time. I thought you have time. You don't have time because every time you turn around, kid's like 3 inches taller. I mean, my youngest in the last week, potty trained, doesn't have her pacifier Binky anymore. Is doing her dance classes by herself. Like mommy's not in there with her. And something else too. It was just like all in the span of a week, and I'm just like, I blinked, you know, and then like the next week it'll be this, that. So this summer I'm just planning so many things for us to do. And because time will slip by you, man, if you don't pay attention and you're not there. And a lot of that too is like with what I do with like the content and stuff. Part of it is not doing as much content to be able to spend time with family, because that's the most important to me. And then outside of that, like, you know, recreational stuff, I love just going to the gym and hanging out with people and socializing. And I mean, I'll run into people that watch the channel too at the gym, and I'll say what's up. I'll be like, oh, we're like, yo, what's up, Rev? What's up, Rev? You go to this gym? I'm like, yeah, bro. I've been here for a while. Like, I didn't see you here before. I'm like, yeah. So like, I'll make friends at the gym and hang out, and like that's kind of like a lot of my socializing is honestly is like at the gym and stuff, because in the world of content creation, if you're in a studio and you're like, you know, you're crunching through stuff, and I mean, I do my own thumbnails. I do my I come up with the video ideas. I like everything from A to Z. Obviously, Axie does all the editing, stuff like that, but all the other stuff, the titles, all that stuff, it's all important. I just mention it because it all takes time away from other things too. So it's like, it's a balance. It's definitely a balance. Yeah, but I love content too. I love streaming. I haven't streamed so long. I want to get back into streaming. Like that for me was like super, super fun. So I love doing that stuff too.
Congratulations, by the way. I saw the Easter post. Your wife is pregnant again, right?
Yeah, we're having our 4th. So
that's awesome.
Congratulations. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Do your kids love Pokemon as much as you?
Yeah, they're always asking like, "Yo, Dad, can I open up some packs today?" I'll be like, I really say no, because I literally open up packs every day. So it's like, yeah, they love it. They love getting, you know, opening packs, and they have their collection, which is start off as just like, you know, just random cards from Sword and Shield that they pulled here and there, and this, and I'm like looking at it now, I'm like, oh my god, like all this stuff is like crazy now, but before it was just like normal stuff, like Celebrations Charizard and like this and that. It was cool at the time, and now it's just like, you guys got to like hang on to this, and that's gonna be like your car or something. You know what I mean? Well, the ones you want to sell. Yeah. But at the same time, there's all these memories of like us opening them and stuff, and so like, you know, some of them, it's like, they're like, oh, Daddy, I'm keeping this card forever because I remember I did this and this. I'm like, yeah, well, keep that one. Like, you know, awesome. Like, this one you have 3 of, sell 2 of those. Like, trying to tell them.
What about like, I don't know if this is too personal, but as somebody who does YouTube, do you have any kind of different outlook on when your kids grow up? Are you going to tell them like, hey, you need to go to college, or like, would you rather push them to do YouTube, or just like, what are your thoughts on that kind of stuff?
No, that's a good question. I don't think it's too personal, honestly. And I think everybody has like their own sort of opinion on that kind of stuff. For me, I mean, just from where I came from, I mean, I went to a high school where, you know, the majority of the students there were like A students. And I mean, I was like C, D student. Like I did pretty bad in school. Like I couldn't pay attention. I always had my mind. I was always thinking about 1,000 other things. So for me, it was always like, school is awesome. School is really important. And if you're good at that and you like going to school, go for it. If you want to go to college, go for it. But at the same time, just know there's other opportunities and other things out there that you can do. Like, you know, at the end of the day, I always preach on like, do what you love and love what you do. I've said it like a million times before. And if you can do both, you know what I mean? As a career, it's easier said than done, and it doesn't come easy, but I find that like happiness in life, if you can do those 2 things, you're definitely doing something right. So I would say, you know, I would push them to kind of do what they want, but realistically, you know what I mean, at the same time, even though I guess what I do is probably pretty unrealistic until like it actually works out. But I mean, yeah, so just coming from what I do, it's, I would say like, yeah, if you put your mind to it, like, it sounds corny, but like that's kind of what I did. So you know what I mean?
How did life change for you becoming a dad? Like, was that like a huge, like, I don't know, what's just like the outlook of the mindset once you become like a dad?
Yeah, it like slowly kind of takes over. It's like you have one kid and you're like sort of like you're a dad, but like you still be able to kind of like do your thing. I don't want to say like it's easy, but you know, it's a lot. It's a lot easier than multiple kids. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you put them first. That's it. You put your family.
Yeah.
First. So, and that's what I do, or at least I try to do every day. So that's kind of the mindset. And whatever they need to succeed in life, whatever they need to be happy, you gotta just make it happen. You gotta just buckle down, and make it.
Yeah. Happen. Can you adopt me?
We already knew that.
Nice.
You forgot.
What did you do before Pokemon?
I did a lot of things before Pokemon. I tried a lot of different things. Let me think, when I was probably, if I go way back, I guess. I mean, if I go back to like high school, I was like working at like Best Buy, Five Below. Like I was like doing like all kinds of things, construction jobs. Then I got into, I went to school for hair. Like I went to, because my dad owned like, yeah, like I know. Like,
No,
I did too.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm a cosmetologist. Well, used to be.
Me too.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like, so my dad owned a hair salon like way back in the day when there was like probably like 2 in each town or something where we live. And I don't know, it was like I don't really even know fully how he got into it, but he just did, and he was just like the go-to guy. Like everybody would go to him for their cuts and everything like that. And you know, I was never like super like I don't know, like really like something that I super wanted to do, but I was like, I didn't know what else to do. And I tried college like multiple times. I just like, it didn't work out for me because I just couldn't pay attention. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And I went to school for that. And, you know, I worked at some salons and stuff like that and barbershops. And I was like doing that thing for, you know, a handful of years. I know I have like an extensive history of just like random things that I've done like compared to now. I did that for like 3 years. And then I was like, man, I want to like have my own business. I want to just, I don't know, like I want to do something like, I don't know, I just want to do like something that like I put in, the more work I put in, the more time, the more I do something, I can kind of like grow something, you know, like myself. And so I started getting into creating like different products, like my own like product lines. Like I had like this is gonna like even more random things, right? But like I had like this product line that was like kids like bracelet making kits that I like designed and stuff, and I had it like manufactured, and I was like selling those, and it was like these cool like bracelet like things you can make all these different designs and like charms and stuff like that. And I was doing that for a while, and I was selling that like on Amazon. That was when Amazon was like that was like the new thing, and people were still selling on eBay, and I like pivoted to Amazon, and I was like a full-time seller on Amazon for many years, selling like all different products. I came up with like a beard care line, like a, you know, like with the oils and stuff like that. It was before like there were like so many other companies that have it now, but I had like all these different product lines that I would kind of like sit. It was fun for me. Like I just sat there and I just love like coming up with ideas. I don't know, and like visually making something. And that's what I did. I would just make different product lines and stuff like that. And I was doing pretty well for myself. And then around when I was like 24, 25-ish, is when I started getting back into Pokemon cards. And I slowly started taking over from a hobby to like, you know, this full-time thing now. And that was started in 2015 with that. And it's been about like 10 years now.
Wow.
Were you doing like all those other endeavors when you started the Pokemon content, or did you just go right to Pokemon and just put everything into that?
Yeah, so it was like a slow transition for those first 5 years I was into Pokemon. But then in 2019, or the end of 2019, when I decided that I wanted to make the content, I was like, I'm just gonna just leave everything behind, because I when I do something, I need to like fully focus 100% on it. Like I don't, this is how I am. Like I just have to be like fully in it. And I was like, I'm just gonna give this. I think I said a year. I don't think I might have said 2 years. I think I said a year. I'm gonna give it my all for a year, and I'm gonna see if I can make something out of this and make it work. So I was like, whether it works out or it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna go for it. And so I went for it, and I was like, even if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna be happy that I tried, because I'll be more upset and like disappointed later in life if I just never tried this, and I'd rather fail and just try it. And it just took off, and here I am now, just hanging out with you guys on a podcast talking about Pokemon cards and life.
That's awesome.
Have you thought about starting up another channel, whether it's something to do with Pokemon or just like outside of Pokemon completely?
Yeah. So I had a channel ready to go back in like 2021. It was like PokeRev Gaming. So
no shot.
Yeah, I had it all set up, dude. I had the logos, I had the banner, I even had the channel like set up and ready to go. And I was getting ready, man. I think I was like trying to do like, I don't know if you heard of the game Rust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that game. It's so fun. Just getting a bow and arrow and just it's like everybody's just running around, just like yeah, crazy. It's the craziest game, bro. Like it's like I don't know. It's just like an open world, crazy fun game, and you can get into so many like arguments with people on there and just have fun. Look at their houses rated and stuff. That's like the most fun I ever had with a video game. And I was like, I want to make Rust content, and like I had it all set up. I had like people that I was going to play with and everything, and I didn't go for I didn't go for it. I don't know if I regret not going for it or not, but it was one of those things where it was like I couldn't give it everything, and like I mentioned, like I like to give everything like my all, and I just don't I don't like to just kind of part-time stuff. So I was like, I can't do it. I'm focusing on the PokeRev channel and everything, and so I never launched it. But that was something I thought about. Something that was always on my mind was just like a which I might still do, was just like another just random unboxing type channel of stuff that doesn't fall under Pokemon. So like something like Labubu's or like, whatever, like just fun unboxing things, and then just random sort of like rants and stuff like that don't really fit on the main channel, and random stuff, basically just like a channel for like random sort of like collectible stuff like that. And then the other thing was like this, like a podcast, which I might still do eventually. That one's probably the most realistic, would be some sort of podcast, especially now with how everything has been, and especially just from taking like time away from not doing as many, like 7 videos a week. Like a podcast would be something where it's like, you guys know how it is. It's like, oh, you can just sit down and record like once or twice a week with some people and kind of like, do your thing with it, but still be able to do everything else. So that's definitely still on the table. And
do you think that'd be a Pokemon podcast?
I think it would have to be, but yeah, like under the Pokemon umbrella, I guess you could say, because I don't know what else I would talk about, honestly. I would still be talking about life and stuff like that too, but I feel like it has to have some sort of like basic structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be sick. It would be really sick to see like almost like you and Ryan do something like that, where you could do it in person as well and be sitting at like 2 desks or whatever.
Yeah, that was
That'd
like the main idea. It was like me, Ryan, and Sean, and we had like some sort of podcast that we'd set up. And I know you talked about it for a while, and they talk about it on their channel too. It's like we haven't had it set up, and I think now would be a really good time, honestly, to do something like that.
There's endless amounts of
on our podcast next time.
Oh heck yeah! I feel like there's endless stuff to talk about right now in the Pokemon world of things, with everything going crazy.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts of like? We asked Ryan a little bit about it too, but it's like everybody keeps talking about this crash. Do you think a crash is coming at all, or like what's your thoughts on the way the market's moving right now?
So, when this all started back in, I would say October 2024 is when it really, everything started picking up, surging sparks, and everybody, and the price thing started happening. And it was on the back of my mind. I was kind of paying attention to it, but I'm always so busy with things that I don't fully see everything that's coming. And so, just saw you for a second. Now you're frozen. There he is.
Hit his back.
Nothing happened. He's been here the whole time. This camera wasn't dead for the last 30 minutes. But yeah, no. So I know what I was just saying.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Just like the market stuff.
Oh,
you were
the
saying.
market.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
congratulatory thing. So so that happened. And, I put out a video when I was kind of, I talked about it pretty early. And I feel like I was one of the first people that kind of hit on that topic. And that video, it like went trending, and I wasn't expecting the amount of people to see it that saw it. And there were definitely some more things that I kind of wish I clarified better, because it almost was like a little too rushed. And I wish I kind of mentioned, like, I guess, scalping and stuff like that more. But anyway, it's neither here or there. It's whatever. But so, and I said in that video that, I don't know, like, what is gonna happen, because I just, like, I don't know. It just felt so different, and it did not. And I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's gonna be like the COVID craze. Like, everything will be cooled off in like 4 to 6 months. We'll be good." And I'm just sitting there like, this does not feel like anything like that. Like, this is a whole nother. And it was early on, and I was like, this is not like that, dude. This is just another animal. So I think, in all honesty, I think that this is going to keep going for quite a bit. I don't. We have the new black and white set. People are going to lose their minds with that. We got the rest of this year. We got the, you guys know the whole drill. We got the 30th anniversary. We got the new generation Pokemon.
Megas.
Yeah. We're, like I said, we're cooked, but I'm not allowed to say that. I have to say you guys are
market manipulation.
My opinion. It doesn't affect me, I guess. But no, it does affect everybody in a different way, right? But I get what people are saying with that. But anyway, this is it. The only way this is going to stop is if Pokemon prints way more supply, that it just makes the scalpers unable to make money because there's so much product on the market. This is always what happens with all these huge crazes and stuff like that. The only way is if they print way more. They're not even close right now. I think I said in a video, my personal opinion was, if they did 10 billion cards this year, we need something crazy like 30 to 40 billion, in my opinion, cards printed for, just say, like, next year, for it to be enough supply that stuff's going to be sitting on the shelves and there's 1 million listed on eBay, and it meets that demand of people that want this product, whether they're flippers, scalpers, investors, collectors, whatever.
Yeah,
that would be the only way. And if they are able to meet that demand, then yeah, I think there would be a pretty big crash, because with that kind of supply, especially kicking all the scalpers out, because they're a huge, like, I mean, like, what percentage of this whole craze is just straight up scalpers? Like, it's got to be at least probably like 50, 60, 70%, if I had to guess. Like, it's a lot of people. I mean, you look at people, like, no offense to anybody, but like, sometimes you could just look at somebody and be like, dude, that dude does not know a thing about Pokemon or care at all about Pokemon. Like, not to judge anybody, but like, sometimes you could just be like, okay, like, sometimes I wanted to just like go up to somebody that's in line and be like, what's your favorite Pokemon, or like, what's your favorite card in this set? Like, I really think somebody that like does that kind of content should go out there. Just saying, if you guys want some good content and you're going out, and you just go to like a line of people and just start interviewing people. Be like, what's your favorite card in this set? Or like, what do you want to pull? You tell right off the bat. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, if they don't know a single card or like a chase card, you know that they're just straight up going to scalp it. Like, that's the easiest way to do it.
That's so smart.
That's it.
Do you
because
think
they only know the product? Oh, the Prismatic Evolutions. Yeah. This box is worth, I can buy it for 50 and it's worth 115 online. Like, that's what they know.
Yeah.
Do you think that retail prices are going to keep following the market increase?
So you mean like with GameStop, how they're...
Yeah, because I remember we were paying like maybe $120 for a booster box like a year ago, and now I'm seeing they're at like $160 retail.
Yeah.
And then plus, like you said, the $200 at GameStop.
Yeah, I think, well, so I guess the MSRP is like what, like 160 something or 166, I want to say.
I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say, because if you look at like Target and Best Buy and stuff, they don't really stock booster boxes like per se. It's like the booster bundles and stuff like that. So I guess if they were, that's actually a good question, because I don't know if they were stocking booster boxes back then, they probably wouldn't have even been able to sell them because everything, like you said, was like $120, $130 a box. And if they're pricing at MSRP and they have them sitting on the shelves for like 166, they'd be dead inventory for them. So
what about
retail? It's tricky, I guess.
What about like today? I don't know if you obviously saw the GameStop raise their booster box prices, but they also raised the prices on the booster bundles, the build a battles. You think Target, Walmart, and Best Buy are going to follow suit doing that?
No. I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but I knew GameStop was going to do that because
that's crazy.
It's just what they do. You know, it's like you trade in your game for $20 and they flip it for $57.99 pre-owned when the new copy's $60. Like, I saw that coming from a mile away. I didn't want to say anything because I knew a lot of people would be like, no, you're wrong, Rev, and that's not going to happen. But in my head, I was like, oh, GameStop's going to cook everybody, bro. They're going to cook everybody. And like, because you know, they're in the business of pre-owned stuff. I mean, dude, they used to have like, I don't know if they still have it now, but they used to have like the whole retro game thing. And they were in that market, and they were, you know, Nintendo 64 games, GameCube games. They'd get them in, and they'd sell them for, you know, the market price or above market price. And I just assumed that was what they were going to do with Pokemon cards, because they're not going to sell a box of Silver Tempest for MSRP when they, you know, when the market is whatever. Look, I'm not going to accuse them of anything like this. This is just something that I was kind of thinking in my head. It's like, how much of their allocations and stuff are they holding back?
Yeah.
And not putting out? Because you know that they're probably sitting there like, okay, like these boxes or these collection boxes are going to be worth like X amount more next year. And like, how much of that stuff are they just hoarding away in warehouses across the US or whatever? Like, that's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because where are they getting all this stuff? They have the Reshiram, the Reshiram box was exclusive GameStop box. So where'd they magically get all these boxes that they're stocking, you know, the Russia whatever boxes and all those that they have like as GameStop exclusives? And it's like, how are they even allowed to do that? Like, you know what I mean? It's a
and it almost seems like they're driving. It's like GameStop is glorifying the hype of these people in lines and fighting in lines and stuff. So by them holding the boxes, they can make more off it in the, like, you know, allegedly if this was going on, but they create this sense of everybody's got to run to GameStop to get stuff, and then they also have more products to sell in the future. So it would make sense.
Yeah, even
GameStop is just like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just even in like a smaller way, when we were going for drops a few months ago, like they would have the allocations like stuck to the door so you could see how much they're getting, and then you see the numbers scribbled off and marked down, like 24, now we're getting 14. So what's happening with that?
Some of those numbers were low too.
Oh my god, yeah.
Places we get like 5.
Yeah.
Rock just recently put out a video of one of the GameStop managers allegedly said she sent 19 boxes back to distro because there was a fight outside of GameStop. But like, obviously that's very suspect of like, hey, she might have held on to 19 boxes and made a little dough on the side.
Could have in the back to restock his truck. Like, yeah, there's so much stuff going on in this hobby, and it's like, you know, we don't know like what those contract details are. Like, we don't know what Pokemon, you know, has, when they said like this is an exclusive box for GameStop, like what they're allowed to do with these boxes and like how they're supposed to sell them and for what price. And sometimes they have map pricing on things where it's like, you know, there's a certain price that they can only increase it to, which they don't have for Pokemon cards, obviously. But, you know, it's stuff like that you got to wonder, you know, at least I personally, I think about that kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah. Can I ask you a controversial question?
Yeah, baby, let's hit it. Let's hit the controversial stuff. You only got this chance right now.
What'd you think about you know, well, I don't know if you've seen this, but
I've seen everything.
Mystic copies a few of your thumbnails and then goes and calls out somebody else for copying his. What's your thoughts on that?
Look, I heard about that, and I'll be honest with you. So I was doing, I guess, you know, my thumbnail thing and stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of creators and stuff will get into Pokemon cards, especially creators where, you know, they come from, I guess, other sort of like genres and areas on YouTube. Like you see a lot of big YouTubers will jump in and then they'll make like a Pokemon card channel. There's like a lot of people doing it, especially now. Like, I mean, everywhere you look, there's like a big YouTuber and they have like a card channel now, which, I mean, I get it. Like the hype is crazy and everything like that too. But, you know, I know Mystic was doing the Pokemon Go thing and stuff like that. And I saw the videos on it, and, you know, I'm not going to lie. I was aware of this sort of thumbnail thing beforehand, and you know, it's like, I guess I get inspiration from other people too for my thumbnails, but then I do also try to come up with my own sort of style and stuff like that. But you know, at the end of the day, like I said, with the whole cloud thing in the background, it's like, it just, I guess, becomes a thing. And sometimes what YouTubers will do is they'll go to like the most popular creators, they'll go to their most viewed videos, and then they'll just try to sort of like replicate it. And like, you know, everybody does it, right? It's like, especially when you're jumping into a hobby where everything is sort of like dialed in and you can see things that have worked. So in other words, like when I was getting into it, we didn't really know like what worked, what people wanted to see, how they wanted to see things. So it's like you kind of figure it out. But once it's like established, then more people come in and they'll see like the top videos and be like, oh, like this pack versus this pack, or this versus this, that versus that. And then sometimes the thumbnails will get like kind of like super similar to the point where they do look almost kind of exact.
Yeah.
And I do notice things here and there, and you know, look, you know, it's the internet. People can do what they want, and you know, if you're going to get inspiration from somewhere, you can get inspiration from somewhere. And I'm not innocent either myself with different things like that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. I just go to bed, wake up the next day, and just do my thing. Like, so.
Okay, I got another one for you. Top 3 favorite Pokemon creators, and maybe like least 3 favorite.
Oh, you're gonna hit me with the least. Oh, okay. So
first answer better be us 3.
Yeah, right here. Boom, boom, boom. Done.
I thought that was gonna be for the last answer.
The worst or the best. So there's a lot of creators now, man. There's so many creators. Like I feel like every day I'm finding a new creator, and it's really hard too, because there's like, I'm not like, you know, anybody could do what I do, right? Like anybody could do what I do. And it's just a matter of just sitting in, like I said, and dialing in and you know, doing it in your own way. But there's plenty of people that can do what I do. It's just like a matter of figuring it out and making it happen. But right now there's just so much saturation, unfortunately, because a lot of people will ask me like, oh, how can I, you know, get 1 million subscribers like you or whatever? And it's really hard because it's really, really saturated, like so saturated. But I mean, some creators that I think are really cool that, you know, I don't watch a ton of Pokemon unboxings for the most part anymore, just because it's just like I need to do something else with my time. Like get some, you know what I mean? Like, but I know like Crystal Collects, she's got really cool content.
Oh yeah, she's
especially like it's super different vibe than, you know, if you're watching like one of my videos, something like that. I think, you know, there's so many different sort of like types of content that you can watch a Pokemon, whether it's, you know, like unboxings or whatever. There's a lot of cool stuff you can see. I think her content's awesome, especially like the information that she provides and stuff like that. There is oh my god, PokeRev. I was watching some of his content. He's got some cool takes and stuff like that on different subjects. It's cool to you know, there's so many different takes that people have in the hobby, so it's cool to kind of see different people's styles and stuff like that. There's oh my god, I know his name, the Bulbasaur dude.
Oh yeah,
such an idiot.
Bulbasaur,
right? That's the channel name.
Yeah,
Bulbasaur. Yeah. He came in with the like dialing in on those like card show type of content, and I was digging that checking out all those videos and seeing negotiations and stuff like that. I thought that was a really cool idea, and it kept me watching. So that was a lot of fun. Worst though, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could.
Dude, everybody that hasn't been named yet watching this is like, please don't name it.
So what do you mean by worst though? Like, worst is it like just I don't like them, or like their content? They're like, I don't like their content's not good, or like just you just want me to like start like coming at people.
And you suck, and you suck.
Yeah, like, oh, this guy sucks, dude. He doesn't know how to Pokemon cards.
Like, you know, I feel like there's all channels we have that are like, you know, maybe some people love them, but just in your opinion, you find it's just not the best content to watch or something. Like, do you have anybody like that?
Not really. I mean, I like I said, I'll watch Pokemon content, like not a ton. So, I mean, in terms of like something that I would just like be like, oh, this sucks. I don't know.
Shots on Leonhardt.
You just want me to take shots on Leonhardt, right? I was just waiting for you to say that.
Pull out the bow and arrow.
I'm sorry.
I mean, look, like, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, you have like, there's people like, you got to like pivot, right? And you got to kind of like I was saying earlier, like you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I know like he pivoted, right? Like he pivoted and he's doing like the longer, like more fleshed out, like like Pat style videos too. Like, yeah, where it's like, dude, like one video, like how long does that video take from filming idea to scripting to this to that, blah, 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 blah. Like a month? Like some videos could take a month, I'm sure, for Pat, I'm sure for Leonhardt, right? And like, you know, you gotta like at least be like, they like the work that's put in for that is like absolutely insane. Like I couldn't do that. Like, you know what I mean? So I can't like hate on like a certain style like that, I guess you could say. But obviously, like sometimes certain content, you know, I guess like I know Leonhardt's been in like so many like drama and controversy videos over the years, stuff like that. Sometimes it's like certain things that you do or say, you kind of got to think about a little bit, like, you know what I mean? And it's not to take shots at him or anybody, but at the same time, it's like sometimes it's like you put something out and I don't know if you fully like watch it or if there's like a team behind that's coming up with some of these ideas, like almost like GameStop, right? Where they're just throwing everything, hitting everything at every angle to see what sticks and what pisses people off. And I swear, sometimes I feel like GameStop does stuff just to piss people off. Like I really like they put a post up today. It was like, we just bought like 7,000 something.
I saw that.
It was like, bro, are they just like are they like just trying to get like a rise out of people?
Yeah,
like,
they just want to get their name out there more. Get people talking.
But so sometimes it's like if you have a team behind you, and that's why like I mentioned earlier, like I come up with all my own sort of like idea. Well, obviously like you get inspiration in different places, but like I will like in my head think things through. And sometimes, you know, sometimes there's some people where they put something up and it's like, damn, you probably shouldn't put that up. Like, you probably should have rewatched that before. Like, you know, you're gonna get like 15 videos at you, like saying like you did this to somebody or like why did you do that or like, you know. And that's what I was saying. Like, I was getting bogged down with like a lot of that stuff before. It's like, oh, dude, am I allowed to open 100 packs of this set, or is like, am I gonna get like somebody's gonna like just put like a whole thing on me on like wherever on Twitter, like and I'm just like, I am who I am, bro. I don't know. You either like me or you don't like me. I'm sorry.
All right. Speaking of who Mr. Rev is, what would you say is? I asked Ryan this question like the first time me and him just did like a one-on-one. Like, what's something I asked him about him that his audience doesn't get to see about him? And I think his answer is that he's a lot more like emotionally connected to his emotions, far past like what his audience typically sees, or, you know, they see him as more of like this jock, or like he can be very like a strong-willed or strong opinionated person. Like, what's something about you that your audience never gets to see?
So yeah, with Ryan, I mean, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's my best friend, and I know him inside out, and I know how genuine and good of a human being he is, and he's made me a much better human just by being friends with him and like just taking in like certain things and stuff. He's definitely changed my life in so many ways. Like I couldn't even tell you in a 2-hour podcast like that. That's how much. So when he's like truly cares about people and he truly wants to help people and animals and his cats and like everything, like he really, really does. And yeah, you don't get to see all that because I mean, look, when the cameras go on, it's just no matter who you are online, social media, YouTube, wherever, like there's always a good part of people that you're never going to see on camera. And it's just how it is. I mean, I could, anybody you can name, like I guarantee you that when the camera's off, they're doing all kinds of different things, and there's different things that you don't see with them in that aspect. But I would say one thing for me that I'm really trying to push more of is just kind of just like being more myself on camera, and kind of like I said earlier, like not just like worrying about every little thing that I say. So I am sort of like, I guess, opening up more on camera, whether it's like personally, emotionally, like stuff like that. I have like slowly kind of been doing that more and more because I think it's cool. I really respect the people that can be as much of themselves as they can be on camera and to their community and everything like that. So yeah, I guess just like this kind of like the same thing with Ryan. Like I mean, he's like a heart of gold. So I could never get to that level of like compassion with like how he is with everything. But I mean, I strive for it just to just be the best version of myself. So I guess, yeah, there's just like a lot of different personal things and, things in life and things going on here and there. And like just everyday struggles with different things, whether it's like, mental health and different things like that. A lot of stuff, a lot of people keep to themselves, but yeah, I'm just like stuff like that basically, but I'm just trying to, be just more personal and kind of more myself. So
yeah,
hopefully that answered the question.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because when I met you in person the first time at Card Party 2, it's like you're like one of the easiest dudes in the world to talk to. It's like on the PokeRev channel, you're very like hyped up and like, let's open this bot, like, but
Yeah.
then you get to hang out with you in real life, and it's like, oh, this dude's a chiller.
Yeah, it's funny because like some people online that you'd watch their videos, you'd be like, oh man, like this guy's insufferable. Like I can't, like I could never imagine this dude like in person. But then a lot of times you'll be surprised, bro. Like I've met so many people that are just like so chill in person compared to like how they are online. And like that's kind of how like you mentioned with that, which I appreciate, man. It was really chill talking with you too at Car Party. I mean, you're like really, really chill dude and just like down to earth and everything like that.
Just real awkward.
Bro, we all are, man. We all are. Just in that inner awkwardness. Like,
John was the worst at Card Party, okay? He went up to you fangirling.
Nah, he was cool. That was at the bar. Yeah, we were at the bar. I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was at all. Yeah, I had fun talking to you guys too at the bar. Yeah, we were chilling there. That was fun.
Dude, I don't even remember the bar at Card Party 2.
Dude, that was such a good time.
Mistakes
that
were
was
made.
probably the coolest like hangout bar like Pokemon cards experience ever.
Yeah.
You look to your left, somebody was ripping like Neo Revelation. You
oh
look
my
to your
god,
right,
yeah.
with a binder with like full Rayquazas. You look like the other way, Vert's just like Ryan's like live streaming the whole thing. Like people are fighting each other. Like oh my god, it was just like so crazy. It was fun.
I love seeing you guys shave Vert. That was fun.
Oh yeah. God. Wait, you were his camera guy there, there, right? Like most, like
yeah,
like holding the camera down. Yeah, I was like,
holding down the
I remember you was like filming like everything too.
Oh man,
the basketball thing that was awesome.
That was fun.
Are you going to Card Party Seattle?
So that one I would say is probably up in the air. Unfortunately, the one coming up I'm not going to make just because we got the my brothers get married, and then
nice.
well, not unfortunately, like my brothers get married, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's that exact day of card party, and then I know we got the fourth one on the way, so it's kind of it's a busy time for sure. So, but I mean, like if I can make it out, I'd love to do it again because it's so much fun going to those things.
Seattle. Yeah,
I've never been. Never been. I'm gonna be in Canada this weekend. I don't know when this podcast gets going up, but as a recording of this, so
Monday
meet greets and stuff.
Dude, next time,
right after that.
Next time we all link up, we need to hit a freaking workout.
Oh,
dude,
yeah. That'd be fun.
Where are you at CP2?
Dude, I was freaking down in the lemonades at CP2.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm locked in now, though.
Yeah,
I should have brought a leash with me. Oh my god.
Yeah, Bert was wilding at CP2.
Did you?
We all were though that night. We all were.
To be honest, did you see the? I don't know if this was. I think it was maybe Saturday night, but I ran a live stream. Did you see that live stream?
Yeah, I jumped in. I think I hopped. Was it that night? No, maybe it was. Yeah, I don't know. I remember I hopped in one of your live streams. You were like on like a deck or patio or something.
Oh, that was.
I don't know.
That was the last night we were opening some boxes.
Oh, yeah. That was it. That was okay one to get in. The other one got deleted the next morning.
That was the one.
Yeah,
that was the one.
No, I don't think I saw that one, unfortunately.
Thank God.
Was that the night that you were writing on my feet?
Oh my God.
That was the night before the basketball game with CTR.
It's like I'm trying to go to bed here. It's like 2 a.m. and he peels back my covers. He's like, "Hey, can I sign your toe?" Pulls out a Sharpie. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Let me go to just sign it and let me go to sleep. Signs my entire foot, not just the toe, just the entire foot.
Oh, he's practicing his signature.
Yeah.
To get that 10 auto.
Do you have a favorite memory of like just in general with Pokemon within like since you've been doing YouTube?
Yeah, there's been a bunch of really fun times, honestly. It's like to pick one moment. I mean, I've always felt like the live streams have been some of the most fun for me.
Yeah.
Some of the crazier sort of like box openings. I used to do these members openings where it was like I was streaming every day, every single day. Like just we were opening team up. Like it was like just everything was so much cheaper, but I would just sit there like opening up team up packs after team up packs and cosmic and everything. And then some of the big boxes like were really fun, like Sky Ridge and Legendary Collection.
That's so
craziest. That was crazy. There's been so many good memories. I don't think I could pick one, honestly. We did the first edition base box. That was like just wild.
That's so sweet.
That one was insane because, dude, you were on like a 4-stream run of you hit a Charizard from every single stream. That was insane.
Yeah, I know it was super stressful at one point because my internet like just went all crazy, and I was like, "This is actually the worst timing ever in my life." Like, and everybody's like, "The packs out." He's switching the packs out. I was like, okay. "Boom, Charizard! Boom, Blastoise!" It's like, get out of here.
The typical Vert stream.
Crazy. Are you still doing Rip It Ships?
I haven't in like.
I don't think I've seen you live doing them in a long time. Right?
I haven't went live at all in like 3 to 4 months because it's I don't have distro, so it's really hard to get products and then like obviously make some sort of profit from it. But recently I picked up a very, very small amount of stuff that I'm gonna bring back a rip and ship with.
Yeah, you got it. Your streams are so much fun. I love just sitting in the comments, just talking shit to you the whole time.
Very degenerate streams.
Yeah, man.
But it is fun. I'm thinking about almost bringing like commentary to live streams or something just to start going live again.
Yeah, man. You could do that. It's like you just come up with sort of like a lineup of different things we'll talk about, open up some tabs with all the different things and just kind of go through it. And you can do Q&As and all that stuff. I mean, that would probably be really big now too, especially with so many people that are just want to soak in everything and learn as much as they can with all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Okay, I got one more for you.
Hit me. Oh, boy.
What's like nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. It's like, knowing everything you know now, being in this community for a while, seeing the good, the bad, the ugly, doing YouTube a long time. What's something you would tell yourself, like your old self, like 5 to 10 years ago? Like, what's a piece of advice you would share with yourself?
That's a good question. I would say don't put so much pressure on yourself. Things will fall into place, and just it's a lot of fun, but if you let it take over you and you get too serious about it and you get way too stressed out about it, it's going to be a negative impact on your life. And I think for the first year, 2 years, it was like actually super stressful for me because I just started taking on way too much and like sacrificing way too much family time and stuff like that. I don't really regret anything, but if I could tell myself something, it would be to kind of just not go so crazy with it and just kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit and just kind of let things fall into place. Especially when I was doing the members opening stuff, that like actually really was like super stressful. It was like I was streaming like 10 hours a day. After the stream, I was packing up all the orders. That took like another 3 hours. I would try to go to bed. I'd try to get like 6 hours if I could. Just wake up, eat something real quick, and just do the next day and the next day and the next day. And I just kind of like it was something that I could never do it myself. The amount of people that wanted to jump in on those members ripping ships and stuff like that, because at that time I was literally, like I said, I was like the only person doing them. It was like you either came to my channel to do it or that was basically it. So yeah, just don't be too hard on yourself. Don't get too stressed. Don't take things too seriously.
Nice. Taking it to heart. I'm taking notes over here.
Oh, man.
No, seriously, I appreciate the advice and stuff.
Yeah. I'm always willing to talk about any of that kind of stuff, man, because I've been there through a lot of different things. So I like to help people when I can. So,
dude, obviously coming on the podcast is just a massive, like we can't thank you enough. It's really, dude, we got back-to-back Ryan and you. This is crazy. Come on now.
I'm just happy to be here. Like I said, I'm just happy to be in this hobby and just happy to be here, man. That's it. Yeah. Just
you ever been to a Travis Scott concert?
Not yet.
Dude, we gotta go, man.
Dude, the crazy thing is, I just love so much different kind of music. Like, I was just at Jelly Roll and Post Malone like the other day.
Nice.
That's fun. Just
metal? You like metal?
24's Bud Light. Like, I don't care, bro. I do not care, bro. I'm like, I'm off the clock, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
You know what? No, hold on, Vert. Does the date April 20th have any significance to you?
Oh, no. I've heard people do things that day.
Is your schedule, pretty free on April 20th?
Man, I'll make time for you. I won't get into any specifics, but I will. Occasion.
If you do have a day off, what's like your go-to drink?
I'm kind of like a seltz guy lately, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've just been, especially in the summer, just chilling, barbecuing. I love getting on the grill and just like getting some sunlight, getting some vitamin D.
Yeah.
It's good for you. Yeah. Don't skip on the vitamin D.
Oh, you need it.
Seriously. Wake up. First thing you should do.
I literally do that now since I've like changed my schedule up and stuff. I grab a water and just walk outside.
Just everything, just nothing on. Just fully.
Wait a minute.
Gonna give it a little lift.
Soak it in.
That's a full body tan right there.
Dessert.
Okay.
You guys are awesome. Seriously, thank you for having me on here.
Thank you
a lot of fun.
for coming on, man. Can't thank you both, you and Ryan. Right. All the advice you've given us by you coming on the podcast and spending your time with us and stuff, man. It was super dope conversation. We're very appreciative.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
Yeah,
Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions for us?
Actually, yeah, I was actually wondering. I was trying to think of something funny, but I couldn't think of something funny. I'm not quick like that. But no, okay, so how did this podcast become this thing? Like, I just saw it like pop up one day and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I know all these people. Like, how did you guys like, were you just like, let's do this thing and just like the Avengers assembled? Or like, how did this happen?
We were talking about it for a while, for a couple months, huh?
And we all got real close at Jersey. And then I wanted to do a podcast forever, like not really so much Pokemon. And then we were just kind of just talking about other channels that we could get into. And then we're like, hey, because Radar used to do that podcast, but like as of right now, it felt like nobody was doing a Pokemon pod. So we were like, maybe it's a good time to start. And with all these crazy sets and craziness going on, it feels like a good time.
Yeah.
Definitely a good time. Yeah, I know a couple have been popping up, but I mean, there's still not that many. It's really not. There's only still only a handful.
Yeah, that's why
John back.
You Ryan,
we need the Johnskis back.
You Ryan and Volt do that thing. You know, come on, don't take away all their viewers now.
What the hell?
We're vicious.
We're doomed.
No, I mean, if we did it, it'd probably be something like maybe once a week max.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
I mean, I couldn't really dedicate much more time, unfortunately, unless unless something else changes. But when I'm retired, I'll just be like the dude, just going to every Collecticon and just doing podcasts every day and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like once I'm like, I lose my voice from just yelling too much.
Yeah. This goddamn camera, unbelievable.
It's so cooked.
All right, Mr. Rev, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yes,
and,
man.
Look forward to all the content you're putting. Oh, real quick, when's your next mystery packs coming out?
Ooh.
So we're on our final wave of Obsidian 7.0 packs, and the new ones we are working on right now. Probably going to announce them in 1 to 2 months. Ton of different changes, ton of different things, and should be fun, man. Like they awesome. Should be a good time. You know, like I know they started at, like, when I first introduced them, they were like $50, and like over time they've kind of gone up in price, unfortunately. And it's like, it's the last thing I want to do ever is have to increase the price on them. But with everything how it is now, it's just like, it's just impossible. It's and there's definitely been some backlash with that, and I just tell people, like, hopefully this calms down, and I'm be happy to make them cheaper. Like I said, I want them to be cheaper. Like, I genuinely would love them to be cheaper, but it's just so hard to get stuff.
Yeah. Prices are insane right now, so I think it's completely valid.
Yeah,
because people think like, oh, Rev, he just has unlimited distro like supply of packs for like $80 a booster. No, like the amount of distro I get would be enough for like 1 day of PokeRev packs. Maybe it's just like, it's just not like, it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's wild.
Throw that in for a little more controversy. More views. I use this. The PokeRev situation is getting crazy.
There's a new revolution with Pokemon Revolution.
Let's talk about the PokeRev situation. What situation? I'm just hearing about it. No, it's all good. Like I said, everybody do their thing.
Nice. Can you please tell everyone to go buy the Misty Psyduck? That would be great.
Well, go ahead. Commanding you to go buy the Misty Psyduck.
Yes.
Nice.
You heard it here. Use that for the ad.
Missy's Psyduck to $1,000.
All right. Please.
There's a new video about that on Tuesday.
Missy's Psyduck, like are you talking about Gym Heroes?
No, the one in Destined Rivals.
Oh, the Destined Rivals one.
Yes.
Rev's like, oh shit. What did I just say?
Wait, who's that going for now? Because that's probably like a crazy card.
Runs away.
I know it's higher up. I don't know how much it's going for right now, though. It's
Misty, you should crack the ETB right now. See if you could get one.
Ooh,
Man, you trying to get me in trouble with John?
it's off limits.
I can't wait to see John with his huge stockpile of boxes when he gets back.
Dude,
to open.
I've saved up
Ooh.
one product from each set since November.
He's gonna have so much fun.
He's got a whole pile over here, man.
Wow.
I'm jelly.
How much was it going for, Rev?
I tried to look and then I gave up.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
find it
well,
real quick.
I usually just cut it on something funny, so I can cut it like 2 minutes ago. But
No, kind of
unless
like the shopshinybird.com.
Nice! Yeah.
And end it with some Juice WRLD music at the end for like 5 seconds.
Nice.
Crash the Mustang, no